Hey everyone! What's up? Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm very excited because at last I received my TellmeGen results. There. Anyway, so the TellmeGen results, as some of you may have watched, I have taken a DNA test a couple of months back.
Tissue, please.
Yon!
Nosebleed.
Nated mo ba? Buisit. Anyway, so yes, I have taken a DNA test result. I have taken a DNA test result, I think a couple of months back. Oh my God! Ano ka ba? Nasa Canada ka na? Canada. So that was a couple of months back, but there was a delay, so I'll just give you a little bit of a history. They did send me an email that the first sample that I gave, they were not able to obtain any results, so which is very weird. I'm not sure why. It might be, I don't know why. So they just, what they said that we have to do another testing. So that's what I like about TellmeGen is because they offer a repeat service for free. So they did not ask me to pay anything. They sent me another kit, I think 2 days after I have confirmed that I want to do the sample again. And so this is the second sample that I sent them. And then after about 2 weeks, I guess, I asked them to prioritize this because I have been waiting for like a couple of months already, almost half a year to get the results. And so I just received it today. So this is the first time that we're gonna open the results. So I don't know what is in there. I don't know if I will be surprised or, you know, just gonna find out some things that I know about me already. So I will link down the screen recording that we have so you can also see what we're able to see right now. So this again is the page for TellmeGen. This is where you can access your profile, access your account, and the results. And what I like about this DNA result, it's not just about your DNA, your genetics. It also checks on your diseases, monogenic, pharmacological, home traits, which is quite odd. So they can also check which traits you would possibly have, your wellness, and your ancestry. So I think I'm very excited to know about my ancestry. So my ancestry composition is, how do I close this one? Ito na! Okay, so I have 0.3% North African and Middle East Asian, 3.5% South Asian, and 92% East Asian, which is of course what I was expecting. I have 2.3% Oceanian, I don't know what that is, 1.2% American. So let's check this North African and Middle East Asian. So they are very specific with the countries, I guess. So that 0.3% is Israeli. Bedouin people. What's that? Israel? Israel, di ba Middle East yan? Israel, yeah, possibly. And then I have Israel. Okay, yeah. Caucasic and Central Asian. Armenian. Armenia.
It's Armenia.
And then 1.2% American. 1.2% Peruvian, native population, mixed population. Saan yung Peruvian? Ay, saan yung Peruvia? Peru. Peru. Okay, but it's 1.2%, so maybe that's like descendants, like grandfather, grandmother.
Great.
Yeah, because you know, pero Spaniards yung nanakop sa atin. So 2.3% Oceanian, 2.3% Papua New Guinean, Papuan people. Papua New Guinea. Ooh. And then 3.5% South Asian. So Indian. Look. I have 2.8% Indian in my blood and 0.7% Pakistani. Oh, talaga ba? Parang di naman.
Great.
Yeah, na-mix na. And we have East Asia, 92.6%. E di ano pa ba to? Tchanin!
Walang Philippines?
Oh?
Kaya pala singkit ka.
Wait! Okay, so the 92.6%, the combination of that is Chinese, Vietnamese, and Japanese.
Shows, right?
Yun lang. Hindi ba ano ang Pilipino? Dapat nakalista dito, di ba? So anyway,
Mata pa lang eh.
so I'm not Filipino. So I have 48.6% Chinese. Ah. What do you mean? Really? Hindi nga. So I have 48.6% Chinese. So that makes up half of me. So, and then I have Vietnamese. Okay, magkamukha yun, di ba?
Pinoy.
Vietnamese? Wow, Vietnamese. In Chinese, Dai people. Are there different kinds of Chinese people? Dai people? So,
Don't ask
iba
me.
pang ano? Anyway. So, Vietnamese, I have Vietnamese under Kin people, 39.5%. So, that's like almost half as well. So, I'm like Chinese, half Vietnamese. But I have 4.5% Japanese.
Puro singkit.
Oh! So, the Japanese one, ay hindi. Ay wala. Oo, puro singkit. So, I don't have Filipino.
Wala masingkit na Pilipino eh. Napuro.
Hindi. So, if I don't have Filipino, why? I have to ask my mother. Punta na ako. Oh my God, you think I was exchanged in the hospital?
Kamukha mo nanay mo.
Kamukha ko naman nanay ko, di ba? Oo. Pero hindi. Hello. Hindi naman minority ang Pilipino, so dapat meron sila dito. Meron ako nakitang results na Filipino
Reklamo
eh.
ka sa barangay.
So, I'm not sure. So, I'm 100% Filipino blood. From what I know, because all my relatives are Filipino, so I'm not sure. But it makes sense. These three make sense, so I don't know saan ba dito ang Philippines. Wait lang. Pakistan. European. Wala akong European. African. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oceanian. Chinese Dai people? I don't know. Chinese people. The Dai people are one of 56 officially recognized ethnic groups in China. It's located in the extreme southwest of the country, specifically in Yunnan province. Vietnamese. The Kin people of Vietnamese refer to the ethnic group of Vietnam. The Kin people account for 86% of Vietnam's population, which currently exceeds 80 million. They speak Vietnamese, Japanese 4.5. Yeah. Ooh. I don't know what to feel. Sisend ko to sa nanay. Okay, so that's it for the ancestry composition.
Gusto ko rin yan.
It's surprising. Oh, gusto mo pala, no?
Alam mo na lalabas dyan, 100%.
Hindi nga, ako nga eh.
Spaniard.
Ako ba, expect mo bang walang Pilipino dyan? Really? But, meron na mga nag-take na Filipino dito, tapos Filipino naman ang lumabas eh. How accurate is this? Char, you question it.
Ano ba yan? Dura.
Yeah, saliva.
Dura ng iba yan.
Oh my God, maybe. Hindi, in-expedite ngayon sa akin, prioritize nila eh. So, alam nilang akin talaga yan dahil na, ano. You sure, man? I don't think so. Anyway. Pero it makes sense naman. Okay, now, this is the diseases. So, that's all. High risk. Wala naman akong high risk. Ay, walang lumalabas. Kanina may ano eh. Okay, next is diseases pala. Next is diseases. High risk for asthma. Yay! I knew that. Average risk is 4.5%. So mine is 1.3 times higher for asthma. I know, asthma runs in the family. Intracranial aneurysm. Ooh. Anyway, I'm having my MRI soon. Ganon. Schizophrenia. Wala, baka nga. Ano ba schizophrenia? Ankylosing spondylitis. This one I'm not really surprised. ankylosing, ito yung kahana, di ba? AS.
Lupus.
So, ano siya, autoimmune disease. So, I'm not really surprised if I have risk for that. Heart attack. Rheumatoid arthritis. Okay. Yeah, it's autoimmune disease too. So, most of lupus patients have RA. I haven't been diagnosed with RA because I haven't really taken tests for that. But, I feel that I have that too. Melanoma, okay, is skin cancer. Colorectal cancer. Ito yung colonoscopy, sabi mo mag-colon test namin.
0-1 lang naman.
Oo. High risk, your risk is... So, technically, increased risk lang siya than average. But that doesn't mean naman na magkakaroon ako. Macular degeneration. Gestational diabetes, hindi naman sobra. Depression. Increased risk only. Allergic asthma.
Ako yan.
Ikaw? Anong ikaw? Ikaw?
Allergic.
Ano yun?
Allergic rhinitis.
Allergic rhinitis. Yun ba yun? Atopic asthma. Ang dami na puro asthma. Yan. So, reduced risk. Ang ibig sabihin ng reduced risk, hindi masyado akong magkakaroon. Obesity. Maliit naman talaga yung katawan namin eh. Diabetes, but I don't think that runs in the blood. Crohn's disease, neuroblastoma, diabetes, lung cancer. Tama nag-yosi sa amin si lolo ko lang. Multiple sclerosis, thyroid cancer, hypoautism, reduced risk, no? Typical risk, SN. Typical risk, and then I still high blood pressure,
Ba't may SLEs?
risk.
Yun na nga yun.
Oo nga. So, may risk. Ito naman kasi, chine-check lang nila kung may risk ka ba magkaroon ng ganun. So, ayun na nga. So, of the risk na magkaroon ako, nagkaroon ako. Okay, so that's it for
Nakakahilo.
diseases. Monogenic diseases. Ano ba to? Monogenic diseases are recessive. So that means I have inherited them from my parents and I also carry it. So if I am a carrier, I usually do not suffer from it, but I can transfer it to my children. So this is good to know for those, parents trying to conceive and wants to see if there's a risk for conditions that they can pass on to their kids. So, monogenic diseases, variant present. Variant absent. What does that mean? So, I only have one variant present. That is familial Mediterranean fever. Yun. Never heard of that. So, familiar Mediterranean fever is a disorder passed down through family, so inherited, which involves repeated fevers, inflammation, that often acts the lining of the abdomen, chest, or joints. These episodes are often accompanied by fever and sometimes a rash or headache. Occasionally, inflammation may occur. Parang lupus naman to eh. Occasionally, inflammation may occur in other parts of the body, such as the heart, the membrane surrounding the brain and spinal cord, and in males, the testicles. In about half of affected individuals, attacks are preceded by mild signs and symptoms known as a prodrome. Prodromal symptoms include mildly uncomfortable sensations in the area that will later become inflamed or more general feelings of discomfort. Baka symptoms, abdominal pain, chest pain. I usually get this chest pain. So inflammation in the chest cavity, skin, joints, fever, joint pain, skin sores that are red and swollen. Is that lupus ba to? Prevention. There are no preventative measures for this disorder. I have one copy of the gene, MEFV gene. A person with one copy, oh my god, but could pass the variant to the offspring. Galing na. Tapos, may sarap tingnan din ng mga bata. Ooh, this is so nice. Anyway, I only have one variant present for that. And then, pharmacology. Oh my god, what does this mean? Pharmacology. How you respond to certain drugs based on your genetic variants. Oh, so I have allergies. Yung sa ano mo, di ba? Anong allergy mo?
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen. Lalabas kaya dito yun, no? Sensitive to disulfiram. Alcoholism. Tignan natin yung iba. Yung immediate metabolizer. I don't know. Saan kaya yun? Good response to cyclof. Oh my God! Ito yung pinanglupus ko, yung chemotherapy. Kaya sabi ko, di ba, after one session, okay na ako. Pero kasi medyo yung chest pain ko lumala, natakot ako eh. So, wow! So, I have a good response to cyclophosphamide. And cyclophosphamide, I've taken this for my lupus. I've used this as a chemotherapy drug. So I told my doctor that after one session, I was actually feeling better. Like for 1 month, I was feeling more energetic. My symptoms have actually subsided. So that is interesting. Increased risk, aspirin and asthma. Analgesic, normal. Okay, good. Ineffective response. This is good kasi parang if you are diagnosed with the disease and they want to try like different antibiotics, so they would know which antibiotic is responsive or which drugs will not do anything to cure the problem. Neuropathy. Better response. Kailangan dala mo to lagi sa ano. High response to escitalopram. Ooh, antidepressant. It does not present the deletion. High response. Inefficient response to opioid, morphine. What talaga? Painkiller yun na. Response, risperidone.
So, may chat time dito.
Oh my God, don't hold it. Close it. You're holding the something. DoorDash yan. Ewan ko rin, hindi ko alam. 1/30 of ata. Diminished response. Muntilukas, oh. Ano nga ba yung ano? Antibiotic na may ano ko, cloxacillin. Wala. Ano kasi? Ano pa ba yung masasabi ko sa'yo may ano ko? Cloxacillin, Chovarlo.
As if naman maalala ko yung mga pangalan ng gamot na never heard.
O, dito tayo sa traits. So, sige, we go to traits. Yay! Oh. Pag nakalagay dito yung mga traits na ayaw mo sa akin, ibig sabihin nasa genes ko talaga yon. Gets? Alcohol addiction. Ano yan? Hindi naman ako nag-alcohol, so I don't care. Biological
Hindi ka sa ano, di ba? Isopropyl.
Read technical report. Ano ibig sabihin ng technical report? Yung may mga results na lang. Tsaka ako natitignan mo. Birth weight, breastfeeding and intelligence coefficient, IQ increase. Oh! Anong sabihin mo?
No.
Basta mataas yung IQ ba? Dala pa? CRP, average. Drug abuse, typical risk. Okay. Probably no. Error avoidance. Error avoidance? Ano yung sabihin ng error avoidance? Traits ko yun eh. Error avoidance. These behaviors develop a tendency to prefer those options that award while avoiding those that punish. O syempre, why would you choose? Eye color, probably dark eyes. Okay. Freckles. Gambling behavior, increased odds of gambling. Oy, gambling. Kaya pala gusto ko mag-gambling, mag-casino. Hair color blonde, read technical report, walang ano. Heroin addiction, typical risk. Intelligence measurements, IQ increase. Longevity, malaria complications, like protection. Maybe because I'm drinking, anti-malaria drug, kaya may protection ako, yun ba? Memory! Woo! Wait lang. Wala akong Alzheimer's. Norovirus resistance, susceptible. Persistence of Pigmented rings on the iris, hindi naman. Preterm birth, increased probability. Oh, ito totoo to kasi lahat to preterm.
2 weeks lang.
Preterm. Ay, preterm pa rin siya, no? QT intervals. Smell. Sex hormone regulation. Ano sabihin? Stature. Maraming technical Wellness. Ability to eliminate harmful substances. Alcohol flush reaction. Do not show reaction. Ano yung alcohol flush? Adipose tissue formation normal. Alimentary habits in women. Bitter taste. You may perceive the bitter taste. Bitter talaga ako. Blood glucose, increased insulin resistance, caffeine and anxiety, normal levels. Caffeine consumption, exercise-induced muscle damage, probable risk, slower generation, protective effect, lactose intolerant, hindi naman, probably intolerant. Preference for sweets, vitamin D levels.
Nakahilo yung scroll.
Nakahilo. Mabilis ba? Yay! So that's it! Wait! I'm gonna go back to my genetic ancestry. Baka nag-iba.
Chinese ka pala eh. Chinese, Vietnamese.
Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese. Goldfish. Dahil nung mag-respond, yan ko na nga. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back. There's more. So anyway, I took time today to digest all the information that the results gave to me. Well, just to give a feedback, the TellmeGen results were actually very detailed, very informative, and I like how there's lots of information available to you, and there are specific notes, and there's a technical report that you can read regarding those illnesses, those diseases, and the definitions are also there. Although I'm really still shocked about what I found out about my ancestry, so it's actually giving me doubts regarding its accuracy. So first off, from my knowledge, I am 100% Filipino. My parents are both Filipino. They're 100% Filipino as well. So I was actually I was actually expecting like at least 90% Filipino, and then the 10% probably would be a mix between, as Filipinos, we're somehow colonized a couple of generations back by Spaniards. So I was expecting a little bit of a Spanish blood, at least. Or possibly, because of the Asian genes, we're closely tied up with, I think we possibly could be identified as well as different Asian nationalities, so maybe Chinese, and I was hoping Korean, but that's really impossible. So I am very, I actually don't know what to feel. I don't know the term for it, but I'm surprised, I'm shocked, and I'm very, very curious as to why I got Chinese, Vietnamese, and Japanese as the biggest chunk of it. Oh, so that actually makes me half Chinese, half Vietnamese, because Chinese was around 48-49%, and then Vietnamese was around 38-39%. So that literally makes up most of my genes or my blood, or I don't know what that is. So yeah, I don't know why. I did send an email to TellmeGen just after the video that we did earlier, when we found out the results. I told them just to verify if that sample was for me. So they indeed verified that was the sample that I actually submitted. So now it comes down to how accurate is that. I looked into their testing process. So it's actually listed as they try it 3 times, and if the results don't match in that 3 tests that they do not release it. So I'm thinking they probably could have tested that 3 times and it's the same result. So I'm mind blown at the moment. So I actually have 2 choices right now. One is I could ask my mom why the results are like this, but I'm pretty sure I'm Filipino, so I'm not sure where the mistake was from. I grew up being Filipino. My mother looks like me, really, and she's 100% Filipino. So I don't know what is happening here. But the second option that I have, which is more realistic, would be to test out another DNA testing. So I looked into other DNA testing kits as well. So I'm trying to see which one I should buy next, either 23andMe or My Heritage, and there's also Ancestry DNA. So if you guys have any advices or any recommendations between those DNA testing kits, please let me know. But I'm very excited to I'm very excited to order that and then just try to see if the results would come back the same. If the results are the same, then we have a problem. But yeah, if the results come out with any of those other testing kits that I'm Filipino and then I have another mix of something else, then I would say that would be the correct results. So that would just prove if TellmeGen is actually accurate or not accurate. So let's stay tuned. That's it. All right, thanks guys. Bye.